picture this Trump chilling in his gold-plated penthouse king of the boardroom on The Apprentice. Then, bam, he decides to swap the boardroom for the Oval Office.
Quite a leap.
What even prompted that cosmic shift?
Well, he claims initial reluctance. The whole, I was a very successful businessman. Why would I subject myself to this routine?
Right.
But then the polls start rolling in, showing his popularity, and it's like a switch flips. Ambition takes over.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
Precisely.
Classic Trump. Always got to be the alpha, the top dog. But think about it. From barking orders on a reality show to leading the free world, that's a serious mind warp. Like, how did he even handle that transition, going from boardroom battles to, actual wars and stuff?
He paints White House life as surreal, almost like he can't quite believe he's there. The perks, like Air Force One, definitely get him going.
Oh, I bet.
But he also harks on the contrast between his pre-presidency media love fest, all smiles and high fives on The View.
Right, remember those days.
To the later media scrutiny, which he clearly sees as an all-out assault.
Yeah, it's like he went from media darling to public enemy #1 overnight.
A dramatic shift.
1 minute you're sipping cocktails with Whoopi, the next you're dodging metaphorical bullets from the press. Speaking of bullets, did you catch that part where he talks about getting shot? Like actually shot?
He describes it with almost clinical detachment, analyzing the situation while lying there wounded.
I knew exactly what was going on, he says.
Dude, that's ice cold.
A remarkable display of composure.
Seriously, what does that say about his psyche? Is it like pure ego shielding him from the reality of the situation or something deeper?
It could be compartmentalization, a defense mechanism to cope with extreme stress. Or maybe it's his unwavering belief in his own destiny. Like he's convinced he's invincible, even in the face of danger.
Whoa. Okay, so let's dissect Trump's leadership style, Peel back the layers of the onion and see what makes this dude tick. What's his secret sauce, his leadership mojo?
There's this weird anecdote he shares about a UFC fighter developing a phobia of Robert E. Lee after losing to someone who'd previously beaten Lee.
He connects it to Grant's struggles, which honestly makes about as much sense as a chimpanzee trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. Well, what's fascinating is the focus on phobias, on mental barriers. It's like he views leadership as a test of mental toughness, a battle against your inner demons.
So we're talking Sun Tzu meets Sigmund Freud here. The art of war meets the interpretation of dreams.
The man is a walking paradox.
He is that.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Remember, this is a guy who built an empire on branding and self-promotion, on projecting an image of success and dominance.
Right.
It's not just about winning. It's about crushing your opponents, about proving you're the biggest, baddest dude in the room.
The alpha.
Precisely. How that translates to leading a nation, well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right. 1 minute you're firing Gary Busey on national TV. The next, you're negotiating nuclear treaties with, actual world leaders.
Slight change of pace.
Talk about a career change. Speaking of which, let's talk about Trump in the media. That's a whole other dimension in this cosmic mind trip, right?
Yeah. He's not exactly subtle about his feelings on this one crooked propaganda arm, fake news. The guy's got a whole arsenal of insults ready to fire at anyone who dares question him.
Yeah.
He even claims people have told him they have to be anti-Trump on CNN to get hired.
Oh, come on.
Which, take that with a grain of salt the size of the moon.
Dude, that's some next-level conspiracy theorizing. Is he saying the entire media landscape is like one giant coordinated plot against him?
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
It's like that time I thought the squirrels in my backyard were plotting to steal my stash of Doritos. Turns out they just like nuts,
Right, but that's the thing about Trump. He doesn't just disagree with people. He sees them as enemies, as part of a vast conspiracy to undermine him.
Okay.
And that kind of us versus them mentality, it's incredibly powerful. Right. Especially for people who already feel like they're on the losing side of the cultural and political divide.
So it's like he's giving voice to the voiceless, the forgotten folks who feel like the system is rigged against them. The ones who think the news is fake and the government is out to get them.
Exactly. He taps into that deep-seated distrust, that sense that something's rotten at the core of American society, and he offers them a simple, albeit often simplistic solution. Trust me, I'm the only one who can fix it. I'm the only one who tells the truth.
Dude, that's kind of scary, man.
Yeah.
Like when truth becomes subjective, when facts are just like whatever you want them to be, then what even is reality anymore? It's enough to make you want to crawl into a hole and eat your weight in Cheetos.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you think this deep dive is making us hungry. I could go for some serious munchies right about now.
Perhaps we should move on to a topic that's slightly less existentially unsettling.
Okay.
Let's talk about election integrity, shall we?
Dude, you're killing me. Election integrity. That's like saying, let's discuss black holes for a relaxing bedtime story.
True. True. But you can't understand Trump without understanding his obsession with the 2020 election. It's like a splinter in his brain, man, driving him mad, and it's shaping his entire worldview.
Okay, hit me with it, Professor. What's the deal with Trump and this whole big lie thing?
Yeah.
Did he just, like, lose the plot, or is there something more to it?
He's got all these catchphrases, ballot screwing, phony votes, unsigned ballots.
Right.
It's like he's trying to create his own language of election fraud, his own alternative reality where he's the rightful winner, robbed of his...
The election was stolen? Like, for real?
Yeah.
Or is he just playing to his base, feeding them red meat to keep them fired up?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is he truly delusional, or is he a master manipulator cynically exploiting people's fears and grievances for his own gain?
Dude, my brain hurts. It's like trying to untangle a headphone cord after it's been in your pocket all day. Too many knots, man.
The point is, whether he believes it or not, the big lie has become a defining feature of his post-presidency. It's fueling his political comeback, it's dividing the country, and it's undermining faith in American democracy. It's like seriously messed up, man.
Okay, my brain is officially fried. Let's switch gears to something a bit less heavy, man. Like, what does Trump actually want to do with America if he gets back in the driver's seat? What's his vision, his master plan?
Ah, yes, the policy wonderland of Trump. Prepare yourself for a whirlwind tour. A stream of consciousness journey through his pronouncements on everything from immigration to windmills to, like, the contents of your refrigerator.
Dude, I'm so there. Lead the way, Professor. I've got my helmet on and my mind-expanding substances at the ready. Let's dive into the abyss of Trump's policy pronouncements. Hold on tight.
All right, so buckle up because we're about to hit warp speed through Trump's policy pronouncements.
Okay.
First, stop the usual suspects, immigration law and order. All that jazz.
Right.
Dude's still hammering on those build the wall and lock 'em up themes, like a broken record stuck on repeat.
Classic Trump. But, like, what's the deeper meaning here, man? Is he just playing to his base? Or is there, like, a genuine philosophy driving these ideas?
I think of it as a kind of fortress mentality.
A fortress.
Yeah. A belief that America needs to be protected from the outside world,
Right.
from all those bad hombres trying to sneak in and steal our jobs, our freedoms, our precious bodily fluids.
Dude, that's dark, man. It's like we're all huddled in this giant national bunker, scared of our own shadows, waiting for the apocalypse to hit. But wait, doesn't Trump also talk about, like, making America great again? How does that square with all this doom and gloom stuff?
The paradox of Trump. He simultaneously appeals to nostalgia, to a mythical past when America was supposedly great,
Right.
while also stoking feels about the present and the future. It's a brilliant, if somewhat manipulative, rhetorical strategy.
Like he's saying, hey, remember those good old days? Well, they're gone, man. And it's all the fault of those immigrants, those liberals, those deep state elites. But don't worry, I'm here to save you. I'm the only one who can bring back the glory days.
Exactly, and that's where the economic populism comes in.
Okay.
He talks about bringing back manufacturing jobs, cutting taxes, renegotiating trade deals. It's all about appealing to those who feel left behind by globalization, by the shifting economic landscape.
Right, the forgotten folks. The ones who lost their jobs when the factories shut down and moved overseas. The ones who feel like the American dream has passed them by.
Yeah, and Trump's like, hey, I see you. I hear your pain. And I'm going to make it all better. I'm going to make America great again for you.
Potent stuff.
Exactly. It's a potent message, especially when delivered with Trump's signature blend of bravado outrage and promises that are, shall we say, highly unlikely to come true.
Dude, it's like a magic show, right?
Totally.
He's the magician dazzling us with his words, making us believe that he could pull a rabbit out of his hat or, a manufacturing job out of his... Well, you get the picture.
And let's not forget the environmental angle. Remember, this is the guy who thinks climate change is a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
He hates windmills, loves coal, and thinks deregulation is the answer to all our problems.
Wait, rewind. He hates windmills. Seriously. What's not to love about giant, majestic windmills gracefully spinning in the breeze? Generating clean energy. It's like a symphony of sustainability, man.
He thinks they're ugly, noisy,
Yeah.
and bird-killing machines. It's a visceral reaction. Almost like he sees them as a personal affront to his aesthetic sensibilities, and it speaks volumes about his worldview, his disdain for anything that smacks of environmentalism or, basic science.
Dude, that's so Trump right. Style over substance, gut feeling over scientific evidence. Like he's living in a world where facts are optional and opinions are like the only thing that matters.
Exactly. And that brings us to another fascinating facet of his policy pronouncements. His obsession with health and fitness, or at least his own version of it.
His own version, yeah.
Remember, this is a guy who thinks golf is a strenuous workout.
Golf?
And brags about his genes while scarfing down Big Macs.
Wait, golf is exercise?
Yeah.
Dude, that's news to me. I thought it was just like a leisurely stroll across a manicured lawn, punctuated by occasional bursts of frustration and mumbled curses.
Right. He also expresses concerns about chemicals and ingredients in our food that are not so good for you.
Okay, sure.
Which, okay, fair point. But then he goes on to talk about his Make America Healthy Again concept, which is basically a mishmash of vague pronouncements about promoting healthy eating and fighting big pharma, all while praising the virtues of fast food and questioning the safety of vaccines.
Dude, that's some next-level cognitive dissonance, man. It's like he's simultaneously trying to sell us a healthy lifestyle and a supersized meal with a side of conspiracy theories.
And that's the beauty of Trump, isn't it? He's a walking contradiction, a master of saying whatever pops into his head, regardless of logic consistency or, basic human decency.
My head is spinning. Dude, this is giving me a serious case of mental whiplash. I need a moment to, decompress, more Cheetos.
Perhaps a brief respite is in order. Let those Cheetos settle. And we'll delve into the final frontier of Trump's psyche. His embrace of the unexplained, the unconventional, the downright conspiratorial, think Area 51 UFOs, JFK assassination files, all that good stuff.
Dude, you're speaking my language. Conspiracy theories, alien encounters, government cover-ups. This is where it gets really interesting. All right, dude, my brain is officially rebooted and ready for more glitches. Hit me with the good stuff, man. What's Trump's take on all those X-Files, Area 51, Roswell, that kind of vibe? Is he like a closet UFO enthusiast or something?
Oh, dude, buckle up. It's about to get seriously interstellar. Trump drops some wild hints about his fascination with Area 51, calling it the #1 tourist attraction in the whole country.
Tourist attraction, like he's thinking about selling little green men souvenirs.
Maybe. He also talks about interviewing jet pilots who claim to have seen UFOs, emphasizing their credibility. He even throws out a line about things that people wouldn't believe happening out there.
Dude, that's trippy. Is he trying to tell us something? Is he hinting at some kind of massive government cover-up? Or is he just messing with our heads, enjoying the fact that he can make us believe anything?
It's classic Trump, right? He loves to play the role of the insider, the guy with access to secret knowledge that the rest of us mere mortals can only dream of.
Okay.
And in a world where trust in institutions is eroding that kind of mystique, can be incredibly powerful.
So it's like he's saying, hey, I'm the only one who can handle the truth, man. I'm the only one who can protect you from the alien invasion, the lizard people, the deep state, the whatever. Trust me.
Right. And that feeds into a broader trend we've been seeing, a growing fascination with conspiracy theories, with alternative explanations for the world around us. It's like people are yearning for something more, something beyond the mundane, the rational, the explainable.
Right. It's like we're all living in this simulation, man, and Trump's the only one who's figured out the cheat codes. He's Neo, and we're all just plugged into the Matrix.
And this fascination with the unexplained, it's not just about aliens and UFOs. Remember, Trump also delves into another classic American mystery, the JFK assassination.
Man, the JFK files. What does Trump have to say about that? Did he, crack the code, solve the mystery?
He claims that he was pressured by good people not to release all the remaining classified documents, cites concerns about national security, the privacy of individuals still living. The usual excuses for keeping secrets from the public.
Okay.
But he also hints that there's more to the story than we know, that the truth is out there somewhere waiting to be revealed.
Dude, that's classic deep state stuff, man. It's like they're hiding the truth from us, protecting the powerful, covering up their crimes, and Trump's the only one who's brave enough, crazy enough to challenge them.
And that's what makes him so compelling, so dangerous. He's a master storyteller, a weaver of narratives that tap into our deepest fears and desires.
Yeah.
He gives voice to those who feel marginalized, ignored, betrayed by the system. He offers them a sense of belonging, of purpose, of fighting back against the forces of darkness.
Dude, my brain is melting.
Maybe it's time to wrap things up.
Yeah, good idea. So what do we learn from this wild ride through the galaxy of Trump's mind?
Well, I think we've seen that the man is a bundle of contradictions, a master of self-promotion and a lightning rod for controversy.
Totally.
He's a man who inspires both fierce loyalty and intense opposition.
Yeah, for sure.
And his impact on American politics and culture is undeniable.
No doubt.
Love him or hate him, Trump is a force to be reckoned with.
Well said, my friend.